This is an update to the weight loss journey that I'm going through. I'm using Doug Brignole's workouts, but one thing I need to know, I need to be accurate on how much body fat I have. My goal is to get down to 15% body fat, and right now I am at 33.5%. Well, I have a scale that says that I am 33.5%, but also I use the Navy method where I measure my neck, the width of my neck, and my waist, my weight, and my height, and basically that one says that I'm 27% body fat. It's not accurate, so I don't like to guess. So what I'm doing today is I am getting a scan. I'm gonna get scanned. My body is gonna go. I think it's called a DEXA scan. I don't know much about it. I'm gonna follow up with. I'm gonna explain more what it is in the results. But basically, they're gonna scan me to see what part of my body is fat, what part of my body is lean muscle, bone density, and all that stuff. It's just gonna make things more accurate. It's gonna make things more clear. That way, I know if I'm losing body fat, am I gaining muscle. So yeah, I'm here in the beautiful Sunnyvale, California. It's sunny, so let's see how it goes.
A few moments later.
All right, so we are done with the scan. It was a really quick process. We did it in that van over there. I just laid down flat on a bed, and then I was scanned. They even gave me a little gift. So it was cool. I'm gonna get my my report in like 20 minutes. Let's see what it says. All right, so I got the results, and I'm very excited to share them with you. So we're gonna go over them. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so these are the results. This is the report that I got after I got scanned. And the way that it worked was that I laid flat on a bed. And this bed is actually a scale, so it actually weighs how much you weigh. And then the scanner goes over your entire body. It took like 10 minutes. It was a very slow scan. And that measured the amount of fat that I have, the amount of lean tissue, my bones. And then I got all these results. And I just got off a call from with one of the technicians, a person that consulted me and broke down the results of my report. So it was really cool. So I wanted to make this video so that while it's fresh in my mind. So let's see. So of course, my name, Hugo Melara Hugo. Sex, male. My birth date, July 25th, 1982. Height, 65 inches, which is 5'5", 199 pounds. Measure on March 1st. Today's March 2nd, so I waited a day to make this video. Summary results. Total body fat, 32.4%. Okay, so my scale said that I weigh 33.5%. The Navy method said that I am 27%. But now I know that I am 32.4% body fat. Okay, this is great to know because now I can measure this, and I'm already scheduled to do another scan on March 30th. We're gonna see how things change. But now I know where I stand with body fat, and which means I was probably like 40% before. I don't know, but it's very exciting. Okay, if you see me like this excited, it's because I'm a big science nerd. I love science, so this is really cool. Total mass, 199.2 pounds. Fat tissue, 64.5 pounds. So I have 64.5 pounds of fat on my body. If you ever picked up a 65-pound dumbbell, you know that that's pretty heavy. So that's what I'm carrying around on me right now. Now, lean tissue, 128.1. It's basically 128 pounds of lean tissue. This means this lean tissue is anything that is not fat, which means muscles, organs, bones, and what else? Actually, they have the bones here as well. So my skeleton weighs 6.6 pounds. So if you take away everything and you just have my skeleton, it would be about almost 7 pounds, which is not much. So if anybody says I'm heavy boned, thick boned, I could tell you, hey, I'm thick boned, but that's only 7 pounds out of the 189. All right. And here is a picture. Wow, this looks horrible. And by the way, the technician explained to me that this image is not exactly how I look from the front. You actually have to flatten the image, so I look wider than what I am. Okay. But here we have the blue areas is the fat, the white areas are the bones, and the orange or red areas is the muscle, the lean muscle, organs, and all that. One thing I saw was that, of course, I have a lot of fat around my midsection, but also I'm pretty muscular with my legs, and I don't do squats anymore. I haven't done squats like in almost a year. Uh, I just do the workouts by Doug Brignole, which are the leg extensions, leg curls, uh, calf raises, and the lunges for the glutes. And my legs are pretty muscular. Now, this could be genetics, and also is the fact that I'm using very efficient exercises. Now, with the upper body, I see that I have some muscularity in my upper body, right? But also, it's covered by these layers of fat. So I need to focus on reducing that. But my legs by themselves, they don't have much fat around them. They have some, and also my bones on my legs are pretty thick. That's interesting. Okay. And actually, I'm going to tell you about what the results I got from bone density and everything. So based on this, we have the percentage body fat percentile chart. This compares you to people that have taken the scan. Okay, so this doesn't compare you to the rest of the population. So I am 40 years old, and my body fat percentage is over 31%. That means that I am fatter than 80 to 99% of the people who have taken this scan. It's okay. You know what? I don't care how I compare to other people. What I care about is how I am, right? Because I want to improve myself. I'm doing this to take control of my weight, my body. I have pretty good control of my finances, my family, my relationships. But you know what? I want my son, my daughter to see me and say, hey, you know what? My dad also took care of his body. He has taken control of his life, of different parts of his life. All right. So regional assessment. So right here, we're going to see the different regions like the arms, the legs, the trunk, android, gynoid, and total. Android is not a phone. That's my midsection, the stomach area. Gynoid is the hip area. So total fat region. So 30% of the total fat that I have is on my arms. 27% is on my legs. 37% is on the trunk, the overall trunk. That's just not counting my head, my arms and legs. Now, 42% is located in the midsection, and 27% is located in the hip butt section. All right. And the overall is 32.4%. That's my body fat percentage. So based on this, I see that my legs, my butt is leaner than definitely my trunk and my stomach area. That's where I have most of my fat. That's where I have most of it. Now, total body mass. My arms, if you weigh them, you cut them, you put them on a scale. They're gonna be 25.6 pounds. 7.9 pounds will be fat, and 16.8 pounds will be lean tissue. So it's nice to see that I have more lean tissue on my arms. Bone mineral 0.9. This is very little, so I'm not going to focus on the bone mineral. Now legs, if you cut them and put them on a scale, they're going to be together 60 pounds, 60.3. 16.7 pounds will be fat, 41.4 will be muscle. So my legs are pretty muscular and they're pretty heavy. Now trunk, my trunk is 101.3 pounds. So take away my arms, take away my legs, and take away my head, and I'm left only with the trunk. Then it's 100 pounds. 37.5 pounds of those are going to be fat. 61.8 will be lean tissue. Now, this doesn't mean that I have 61 pounds of muscle on my trunk. This also includes the organs, also the undigested food that I have eaten and everything. Okay? So, but still, 61, 37, I have a lot of fat on my trunk. The midsection region, 17.7 pounds. I have 7.5 pounds of fat, 10.1 of lean tissue. The hip butt area is about 31.1 pounds, 8.5 fat tissue, and 22 pounds of lean tissue. Okay, so I have more lean tissue than fat on my hip area. So it seems like my lower body is leaner than my upper body. So that's going to affect how I do my workouts. Maybe I'm going to change some things. At this point, I don't know what to change. So, but this is good to know. Now, total 64.5 pounds of fat, 128.1 pounds of lean tissue. All right. Let's move on to page number 2. So, resting metabolic rate. This is the minimum number of calories that I will need just to exist. If I'm laying on a bed, not doing anything all day, maybe I'm just sleeping, just to maintain my body, everything, I would need 1,617 calories per day. This doesn't count calories needed for activity or anything like that. This is just for existing. Okay? And at this point, I don't know how to use this information to change my diet, but I'm going to look into that. If we go down, here we see visceral fat and subconscious fat. The red here, the number one area on the red, it's basically fat that is between the organs. That's inside. That's fat that you don't see, but it's fat that it's inside. And then the other fat is the one that I have on the outside that you can actually see. This is actually the love handles and all that stuff. Now, bone density. The bone density is 2.3. Okay, what does that mean? They saw that how thick my bones are, and if we compare me to the rest of the population, my bones are stronger than 97 to 99% of the people. So that means I have pretty strong bones. Okay, and actually, when I was little, I was like 6 years old. I got hit by a car. I was in El Salvador, and in El Salvador, the cars don't care. You know, they taught us to run across the street and look out for cars. It's not like here in the U.S. where the cars have to look out for you for the right of way. Over there, they just go as fast as possible, and it's up to you to make sure you don't get hit by a car. So back in the 80s, I was like 6 years old. We went to pick up my uncle at the airport. And when I saw him, I went like, "Hey, uncle," so I started running towards him. When a pickup truck just basically flew by and hit me. And all I remember is seeing my legs in the air as I think I did a backflip and landed like 20 feet away. Now, I think the cops got the guy, but apparently, since I was okay, they just let him go. Yeah, this was El Salvador in the 80s. Nothing was broken. Actually, the only thing that I was scared. That's it. And ever since, I've never had a broken bone. And till now, I don't even do heavy exercises, but my bones are pretty thick. That's good to know. And the technician said that this is typical with people that lift heavy weights or are weight training. But like I said, I am not doing heavy exercises. My reps are over 10 reps. So this is good to know. So I don't have problems with my bones. Most of my problem is with body fat on the upper body. Muscle balance. So we're going to see how balanced are my arms and my legs. So for the right arm, we have 12.7 total mass. The left arm, 12.9. So I have more mass in my left arm, but let's see. I have 3.7 pounds of fat on my right arm, 4.2 fat mass on my left arm. So my left arm is fatter than my right arm. And let me see, 8.5 pounds of lean muscle on my right arm, 8.3 pounds of lean mass on my left arm. I mean, I am right-handed, so I think it makes sense that my right arm is has more muscle since is the one that I use the most. And let me see, but overall they're pretty even, you know. But there's some differences. Now for the legs, um, 30.6 total mass for my right leg and 29.7 total mass for my left leg. So my right leg is heavier than my left leg. Total fat mass for my right leg is 8.5 and 8.1 for the left leg. So I am leaner on my left leg. So I have 20.4 pounds of lean mass on my left leg and 21. Actually, no, I have less fat on my left leg, but I have more muscle on my right leg. About a pound of more muscle on my right leg than the left leg. Okay, that's interesting. Now the rest of the report is basically comparing how I am doing now to the next scan. Basically, I have the next scan scheduled for March 30th. So we'll see how this changes. But for now, I mean, nothing changes because this is my first scan. Well, this is really cool. I definitely recommend a DEXA scan. If you have one nearby, then I recommend it. I'm going to put the information below so you can find where to take this scan in your area. I know now more than what I thought. I thought I was going for body fat percentage, but I ended up with bone density, knowing differences between my arms, my legs. Is really really cool. And I wanted to do this because I was relying on weight. I'm like, oh, I wanna weigh 150, 170. The thing with weight is that it doesn't tell you much. It just tells you how much gravity is pulling down on you. And to illustrate my point, different places in the universe, in the solar system, have different gravitational pulls. So I would weigh differently in, let's say, the moon, Jupiter, and actually, let's see. All right, so this is a calculator to see how much you weigh in different places, different planets. So I am 199 here on Earth, and I'm not planning to leave Earth anytime soon. But this is just a fun experiment. Okay, so Mercury. How much do I weigh in Mercury? 75.2 pounds. So I myself, nothing changes. The only thing that changes is that I am now 75 pounds on Mercury. Why? Because Mercury is smaller, so it has a smaller gravitational pull. What about Venus? Venus is about the same size as Earth, but apparently the gravitational pull is different because I would weigh 180 pounds in Venus. Now, if I go to the moon, I weigh 33 pounds. So if you ever picked up a 30-pound dumbbell or 32.5 and a half, that's how much I would weigh in the moon. 75 pounds in Mars. Ooh, Jupiter. Jupiter is a huge planet. Okay, it's made mostly of gas, but if you have a platform, let's say I'm standing on a platform, I would weigh 503 pounds. Well, that's a lot. I don't think I'll be able to move much. What about Saturn? 211.7. So I would weigh more, but not that much. Not like Venus, not like Jupiter, where I would weigh 500 pounds. Uranus, not Uranus, okay? It's Uranus. It's 176 pounds. What about Neptune? 223. So I would weigh basically the same that I used to weigh, the 225. What about Pluto? 13 pounds. Okay, you could pick me up with one hand in Pluto. Now the moons of Jupiter, I'm not going to go into that. What about the sun? If I was able to walk on the sun without getting totally burned and disintegrated, I would weigh 5,387.3 pounds. Okay, I think I would just crush myself to death instantly. Okay, 5,000 pounds. What about a white dwarf? This is a star. I will weigh, oh man, I don't even know how to say this number. So 258,700,000 pounds. Wow. What about your weight on a neutron star? Oh my God, this goes in the billions of pounds just because the gravitational pull is so strong that it will crush you. Well, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Uh, I want to be more accurate, so that's why I took the scan. You don't have to do this, but I greatly recommend it. Thank you so much, and I will see you later.